This week's video is going to be a great one for all of you creative people out there. We're going to be making a dress for a special little girl of mine, and I'm super excited. I've been really getting into making dresses and I really like it. I'm currently making a different dress than the one in this video right now, but I am learning so much even in the dress that I'm making now, the mistakes I made in this video and different things, and so it's been good for me. So let's get right into sewing, guys. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus. Oh, how I love Jesus, because he first loved me. This dress that I've got right here is one for my little girl that I'm making. It is out of a jersey knit material. It's very soft. Great for little kids to play in and whatnot. I made one for my oldest daughter, and I will show you a picture of that right here. What I have already done is I went ahead and cut it out. I just used a simple dress that she already had that fits her well. I wanted it a little longer, so I folded the fabric in half on my table that we eat dinner at. I folded it in half, and I laid the dress flat out and cut around it. Now, around the edges, you need to give yourself some room. So cut bigger than just the size of the dress because you need to be able to hem it. You put both of those sides together facing each other. And what I've started to do is I've started to pin the edges. That is where we're going to sew. The neckline you can cut however you would like. I tried to cut one that was sort of down, straight across and up. The last one didn't quite turn out like I wanted it to, but I think part of it is the material that this is. I hemmed around the arms. Stopped right here because I'm getting ready to cut out some pockets to put on here. I did it on the last one and I really liked how they turned out. They're built-in pockets. So if you want to learn how to do that, just stay tuned and I will show you how to do that next. I also used this, if you can see that. All I did is use a piece of notebook paper. You cut out the pattern that you want, how big you want it. You can measure it by your own kiddo or yourself. Depends on, you know, who you're making it for, an adult or a child. Sorry, I'm trying to get this down here, but I have to hold my son for a minute. Just put their hand in it, and if their hand can fit in there, then it's a good fit. So you cut it out, and that is what you will cut your material out for your pockets with. Again, fold it in half, stick your pattern on there, and then cut around it, giving a little room for your hemming, your sewing and stuff. So here in a minute we'll talk more about pockets once I get them cut out. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out. I'm gonna let it shine. Don't let Satan blow it out. Now that you guys have your pockets cut out, if you are following along or if you're just watching, that's cool too. We will try to pin them onto our dress next. Alright guys, when it comes to pinning your pockets, you're going to split your fabric in half right here. So you want on the right side of your dress, and we are going to put the edge of our pocket on the inside of this front part, and you're going to pin all the way down. Then you flip that out and we line our other pocket up on still the inside of our dress, but this back layer we fold back and pin it down there. That way they're still lined up, and then I like to go ahead and sew these, and then you pin around the edges to close in your pocket. And so we go ahead, and if you are making this, you can go ahead and pin your other pocket. I like to do all my pinning before I sew. It's just a little less stressful, I think. But you do it how you would like. It is a new day, and now we're going to keep on pinning the bottom part of our dress. So here we go. Right here, guys, we are just going ahead and trying to make sure everything is lined up as we pin. It's really important to make sure your fabric is lined up and not to overlook it, because I have done that and overlooked it, and then when you go to sew, it doesn't turn out very well. So make sure everything's lined up and nice and neat before you start pinning. This next part, when you're hemming the bottom, it's a lot helpful on other types of fabrics to iron before you hem. This knit, I probably wouldn't, working with it more on this last couple projects. It's best to not iron it before you hem it. But with stuff like cotton, I would recommend probably hemming it, but you're just going to fold it back a little bit to where, you know, from where the front of the body is, and then you're going to do the back the same way. You'll flip your dress over and do that the same way. And just try to make it as even as you can. Guys, no one's going to be just staring at how wrong your dress is. No one's going to be staring at all your mistakes. So don't fret too much about it if it's a little off. Most of the time, no one even notices. So let's go ahead and pin it. You will probably have to sew, once you get this hemmed, you may have to sew along these side seams first and then hem it. It's up to you. Or you can sew along there. Just take your pin out of the bottom edge a little bit. And then when you're done with the sides, just put the pin back in, and then you can sew your hem around the bottom circle of your dress. So now for the fun part, let's get to sewing. Alright guys, I am finished making the dress for my little girl. This is the finished product. You can see some of the sewing along there. I really like how it turned out. Also did some built-in pockets right there on both sides. Really like those. And I have a little girl that is super, super happy. So just a simple dress idea, super comfy for them to play in. And there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.